I guess in ninth grade, I got so frustrated. I didn't feel like there was a God in my life. I pray to a figment of my imagination. He doesn't exist. Like, I would be so upset and hating myself because I just think I'm worthless, and it was rather depressing. I mean, I guess deep in my heart, I still believe there was a God, but my brain was telling me, no, there's not. You don't have any sort of proof of that in your life. He's not there. You're crying and you're praying for comfort, and where's your comfort now? Part of it all starts out, I was just born into a good, solid, just Christian home with good morals, everything, just your stereotypical Christian home. Go to church every Sunday. I try to sit in the big people service, the adult service, and it was over my head. I was too young. So I would go to the youth group if the church had it, and it was just either a daycare center for the kids, or it was just the kids had their own little like high school cliques. They didn't really open up to new people who were just new, and they weren't welcoming at all. I mean, I was an outgoing kid, but I was kind of weird. I didn't quite fit in, and at that point you didn't really embrace your weirdness. You kind of wanted to be like everybody else. Whenever you're that kind of different, weird kid, not quite cool enough, everyone was kind of like, oh yeah, she's new, that's great. I'll smile in your face, but we won't ever talk outside of church. And that's why I love this church so much, is because it's not conventional. Here the people are kind of weird. They're those freaks, those artistic outcasts, lots of air quotes here. Like I said, I was that weird kid, so I found that weird church. So I came to NewChurch, and it was fun. It was great. People were really welcoming. I really liked it, but I hadn't quite made that connection yet, because I was angry at God. So anytime someone would talk at school, I would be like, oh yeah, I'm agnostic. I don't believe. I was just so angry at God for not physically being there. And so I was a self-proclaimed agnostic, even though deep down I really wasn't. When I didn't have God, I tried to cut him out of my life. I tried to cut my parents out of my life. I spent the night with my friend Lucy, and she went to NewChurch, and she loves the church, and I'd never been excited about church, and I kept coming. And then finally I don't know why, but I think one day I just decided to sit on the service because I felt guilty. I was like, okay, I'm going to church, might as well see what it's all about. So I sat in the service, and I really liked it. It wasn't a really big message that hit the heart. It was a nice message. I could understand it. I could comprehend everything that he was saying. It wasn't like over my head or superior in any way. With the other youth groups I would go to, like I said, it was either a daycare where you just sit and they entertain the kids with candy and bean bags or whatever. And this one, we were actually talking about some stuff. In the other churches, we would have a little card and we'd fill out the blanks, and it's like they just hand you the answers. It wasn't really talk about it, discuss, get personal with it. Back there, we were talking about, I think it was Ruth. Yeah, it was Ruth, and we split up into guys and girls. I don't know what the guys were talking about, but the girls were talking about Ruth. The girls would just open up, and it'd be really personal. They'd talk about how they could relate to things. And so I think I got here about 30 minutes early before first service, and I saw Mr. Yoder working the donuts and all that. Because I remember, like, whenever I did spend the night with Lucy, we'd run to Daylight Donuts or something and grab the donuts and come back. And I think it was when it was just him back there, so I was like, oh, do you need some help? You look busy. And he's like, yeah, go run to the fridge in the back and give me the coffee creamers. So I did that, and it started because I offered, can I help you? And so now I try to come in at least 30 minutes early and just first thing I ask him, Mr. Yoder, what can I do to help you? So I don't have a designated job. I don't just put out the donuts. I don't just make the hot chocolate. I just, what do you need done? Try to help out as much as I can. And it makes me feel special. He finally got me a little apron and everything too. I'm just like, yay. So I guess I made it official that I was part of that. So I was just like, so I kept coming here, and I guess it's a good thing I didn't get that dramatic overnight impact where you just wake up and you feel like you're stepping on clouds and Jesus is in your life, and that really epic story that you hear people tell over and over again. It was really gradual. It's just like I was just sitting there thinking, I just realized I do have a relationship with God, and NewChurch helped me find that, because I wake up on Sunday mornings whenever I was going to my old church, and I would hate it, and I'd beg my parents, let's just not go to church today. I don't want to. But now I find myself waking up excited, like today's a Sunday, I get to go to church, I get to see my friends, I get to learn something today. My name is Rachel. This is my journey.